Hi, this is Stephen and Jen with Iowa Backyard Farmer, and today we thought we'd give you a little peek about how we set up our greenhouses. We bought these off of Amazon several years ago. They're 10 by 10 greenhouses, and we've been setting them up over our grass every year for our plant sale, and it was kind of killing the grass. So last year, Stephen had this brilliant idea to build garden beds that the greenhouses would fit over, and so we can use that same space twice. Once in the spring when we do the plant sale, and then as soon as the greenhouses come down, we plant our plants in there too.
Yep, so here we are putting this the frame together. We start with the top and the center. We put one side up, then we lift the other side up. Certainly helpful to have at least 3 people to put this together. We include our children as kind of an annual thing that we do every year.
They like the ladder. But it's really a convenient thing because instead of having a permanent greenhouse, we have these temporary ones, and they just go up for a little while. It keeps pest pressure down. All the problems you have with a big in-place greenhouse, we don't have because ours are temporary. But it is a little bit of work.
It is quite a bit of work. So it's fairly tall on the center. That's why we have to use the ladder. And once you get the frame basically put in place, there's not bolts and nuts that hold the frame together. It's really just held together by the covering itself. So the cover fits pretty tight. Once we get it up on top, we have to basically pull down all 4 sides at exactly the same time, or else it'll get caught because it is really, really snug. But that does make it a pretty nice setup once we get it all put together.
Yeah, and you'll notice that all the kids went inside the minute we had the cover on. It really heats up pretty fast as soon as it's on.
Yeah. One of the things we like about this greenhouse, you can see the board that we put there, it has about 10 inches of extra cover that set on the ground. One of the things that we do to give it some extra security is we'll put boards on that 10-inch flap, and that both secures it to the ground, but also allows us to weight it down even more.
And here you are on the inside. This is phase 2. The kids all evaporate inside, most of them. For this part, this isn't the best part.
Yeah, so we're just bringing this board in to kneel on. Don't want to be stepping into our garden beds too much. So bring that in, kneel down it, stand on it, whatever it takes to not get our feet all dirty. But on the inside, there's bars that basically do get bolted to the frame that hold the cover down, and it is pretty challenging. It is very tight.
This is the part of the video where we left out the hard part. So you get the general idea, but it takes about twice as long as it takes to put on the cover to put down the side rails and get everything squared up and fitting nicely.
Yeah, the key thing here is to keep all your nuts and bolts really, really loose until everything is set, and then you tighten it all at once.
And you don't want to tighten those rubber band straps too much because we actually tore the grommets out last year of one of them because we were like, you can get the side too tight.
Yeah.
There we go. That's going to be one side. Now Emily's clamping that down pretty good. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll replace these boards. We had to kind of jiggle the cover to make it square so that would zip up nicely. But once you do, you put the boards back on and secure it with cinder blocks. And we have tested this at some pretty high wind.
We've had some 60, 70 mile an hour winds, and while I couldn't sleep through it because I was nervous that they would blow away, we have never had one move even an inch. So
they make a lot of noise though, because all those pipes pull apart just a little bit and they squeak.
And that's you hear the wind if you're in it during those storms.
Okay, so this is my favorite part about this whole system that we thought of last year. So those garden beds are level with the hill. This is on kind of a slope, and Stephen bought these secondhand pallets, and they fit perfect.
Yeah, so they're plastic pallets. Just got them off of Craigslist for $5 each. Bought enough for 6 of them in each greenhouse, and conveniently, each pallet perfectly fits 6 trays of plants. So it's a perfect fit. Just add an extra board on top of the existing
and that's just a
garden
2x4.
boxes. Just 2x4s to give it a little bit more height.
By 10s, because we're a 10-foot long greenhouse.
Yep.
And the pallet rests on the garden box edge and on those boards, and you'll secure those boards. But and then you can screw in at the back there into the garden box, and those will not move.
Yep. So pretty convenient, a nice way to recycle some old pallets that wouldn't have been used otherwise.
And you can see there's not a lot of room to walk around in here. We only have just that one narrow hallway aisle, but we'll fit a lot of plants in there, and it'll be filled up soon.
So that's it for now. Post questions if you have them, or like and subscribe it.
Talk to you later.
Yep,
Bye.
bye-bye.